Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of difference of squares. This is standard A.10F in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 25 of the 2016 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we've got an expression here, and we're supposed to factor it, and we're used to seeing expressions look like this, right? Like ax squared plus bx plus c. Now, if we recognize what type of problem this is, a difference of squares, it can be very, very quick. But we're gonna do this kind of the slow way. Let's say we don't see that this is a difference of squares. And let's just say we know our ax squared plus bx plus c. Well, if we start mapping this on top of that, it's going to be 36x squared. And then I just have a constant. It's a minus 49. So if you want to be technical, right, you can say plus 0x, right? That's going to be that constant because that 0x just makes it 0 out. Well, if that's the case, right, we can write down our a, 36, our b, and then our c, negative 49. And what we could do is we can use the diamond method, which works even in these situations, as long as we recognize that the coefficient for b it's 0. There's just nothing there. So with our diamond method here, it's a very steady algorithm to help us through all of these situations. We take our a, right, and we take our c, and we multiply them. Okay, so we get 36 and we get 49, and we multiply them, and we're like, whoa, that's a lot. Well, that's why we have calculators. So 36, and it's a negative 49, so we're going to get a negative 1,764. Then we're going to take our b right here, and it's just 0. Right? And then we put our ax over our factor, ax over our factor. So that means we're going to do 36x over something, 36x over something. Now, I'm not going to sit and try to list all the factors of 1,764. What I am going to notice is that the factors need to multiply to negative 1,764 and then add to 0. Well, if I'm going to add two numbers to get to 0, they need to be the exact same number, and one needs to be positive, one needs to be negative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to square root 1764, and I'm going to get 42. Right? So those are my two factors. So one's going to be a negative 42, one's going to be a positive 42, because when I add those two together, right, that's going to make my 0x. And so what we do here is we simplify. That's where we put them in this form right here. So let's see, 6 goes into each of this. That's going to be 6 and 7. It's going to be 6 and 7. So here are my two factors, right? 6x minus 7. And then you take your other fraction here, 6x, and then your denominator plus 7. So your minus 7 and your plus 7, that's what's going to cancel out. Right? And if we want, we could FOIL this out, but we see we're going to have a 6x. It's going to be 36x squared. Right, and then we're going to get a plus 42x minus 42x. So that cancels itself out, and then minus 49. Now that's the long way. Here's the difference of squares, and this is actually on your mathematics chart. And it says this: a squared minus b squared equals a plus b, a minus b. So if you ever come across something and there's no b term, look to see, hey, are both of those numbers squares? I can rewrite my 36x squared like this. Well, 36, the square root is 6x squared minus, and that's 7 squared. Okay? So that's going to be, there's my a, there's my b, so that's going to be 6x plus 7. 6x minus 7. You can go straight to that if you recognize that 36 and 49 are both perfect squares. So my answer here is going to be D.